All right, Shalom. I want to start off as always by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash. The honor is unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing his work in truth and sincerity, and also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this morning's lesson, I wanted to read the book of Proverbs, chapter 5, verse 21 to verse 23. And I was inspired, to do this chapter because I read it in the NLT, and boy, it was good. All right. The KJV is good too, but it used the old English a lot. But reading it in the NLT just it made it more clear and more modern, right? So when I read it, man, I was like, whoa, because I read the chapter before plenty of times, but I don't think I ever read it, the whole chapter in the NLT Bible. And so we're reading it, man, just gave me a new perspective on the truth, on my walk, everything, you know. And when I got down to verse 21 to verse 23, it really you know, stood out to me. But I have it pulled up here in my Bible, the KJV, and I wanted to read it and break it down here through the Spirit, man, and hope that it encourages you brothers and sisters out there who are in the faith. So without further ado, let's hop into this here, man. This is Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 21. It says, "For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings." So everything that we do, every path that we take, it is examined by the Most High, which shows you that the Most High watches everything that we do. There's nothing hidden from the Most High. There's no secret. There's no nothing. Okay? All things are as the sun before him, as it says in the scriptures. He sheds light on everything. Okay? So we can't trick the Most High. You can trick man. You can fool man. You cannot trick the Most High, bro. I'm telling you from personal experience. Okay? You got to watch how you move. Watch the things that you say. Think about the things that you're going to say. Okay? Have some self-control, man. If you're a man in the faith, you got to have some self-control, brother. Okay? The Most High is watching everything. And so when he judges or does anything, he's justified in doing it because he's watching everything that we do. All right? And this is what some people don't understand in the faith. They don't understand that the Most High sees everything that they do. But maybe they do understand it and just don't care and don't fear the Most High. And don't think that anything will happen unto them because they in the truth, quote unquote. Whatever in their minds. But it's not wise to continue to go down the path of wickedness and evil. Okay? That is not wise, brother. True wisdom and true understanding is to fear the Lord and to depart from evil. That's the wisest thing that you can do. Is fear the Most High, depart from evil. All right? That should be the number one lesson that you should learn as an Israelite. Nothing else is important. Excuse me. Nothing else should be more important, okay, than fearing the Most High and being obedient to his word. Now, of course, there's other things that you got to learn, but it all falls under fearing the Most High, man, and being obedient. You want to be that way because the Most High, he pondereth all our goings. He's watching. He's examining, okay? Verse 22 says, "His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, meaning his own sins. A wicked man's sins, all right, is going to take him captive. He's held captive by his own wickedness. It says, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. So he's pretty much bound with it, right? And you can see a man who just wicked as hell, right? All he know is wickedness. All he want to do is wickedness, but he's he's trapped by it. And this is why it's not wise to be around niggas, bro. Niggas don't fear the Most High, bro. Like, a nigga don't care about nothing. That's why you got to get away from him, okay? Watch how you hang around Jake in the world or whoever, man. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter who it is. You got to watch it like, hey, yeah, let me, let me get away from this guy, okay? An evil man, right, as it's saying, his own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, so he's held captive by sin. This is a person who don't fear the Most High, man. This is a person who don't examine himself and truly repent from his ways. Those sins got him bound, like it's saying, as a rope or a cord is wrapped around him. He don't know how to, get loose. Okay, it's a knot that he can't untie. He's bound by it. It says, last verse here, verse 23. It says, "He shall die without instructions." Meaning what? He's going to be unalived without getting the proper instructions that he needs. And it's not that an evil man or a wicked person is not receiving instruction. He don't want to hear it. He don't want to take heed to it. Okay? And so with the stubborn mind and the stubborn heart, he going to die without instructions, without self-control, without the proper thing that he need to loose himself from those cords of wickedness that he's bound by. It says he shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly, he shall go astray. So at the height of a man doing wickedness, man, doing evil, he gonna go astray. We've seen guys like this, man, who was in the faith at one point, okay? And now they're gone astray. They ain't teaching no more, the truth ain't the truth no more. Most High name ain't Yahweh. They say all kinds of things, right? Speaking against the Israelites and this, that, and the third. Hey, man, it is a scary thing. But you can't feel sorry for a man, right, who don't want to take heed. A man who don't understand that the Lord, as it says in verse 21, he's pondering all our goings. Look, brother, there is nowhere to hide from the Most High, bro. Like nowhere. As King David spoke about, you read Psalms, what is that? Psalms 139, I believe. King David speaks about that. You can't go anywhere and hide from the Most High and do evil, right? That's impossible. So here we go here. Psalms 139 and verse 7, it says, "Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. And if I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there." Real quick, to you guys who teach that there's a hell, is the Most High in hell? King David he just said, if I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. So I guess King David said the Most High in hell too. Don't be foolish, man. Okay? Hey, man, some of you people in Israel, bro, You really need to just put the Bible down. Okay? Let the true men of the Lord teach the scriptures, bro. Some of you just are terrible at teaching the Bible. Or as it says in Hebrews, you need to be taught all over again. Okay? Because, hey man, laborers are needed. But if you laboring doing the wrong thing, then your labor not needed, bro. Okay? And no sense of going to work and doing all the wrong damn things, but look, you don't get fired. You don't get fired, bro. But anyway, I don't want to digress from the point I was making. Verse 9 says, if I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. So most people, for the most part, right, they do their sins behind the scenes or in darkness because they feel comfortable in the dark, that no one can see them. But letting you know that the Most High, darkness and light are the same unto him. There's no hiding from that. So you got to be careful, man. If you feel yourself going astray, doing too much, man, just repent, bro. Stop while you can. Because if not, eventually, the Most High going to address it. And it might not be, too pretty, you know? But I'll close out with that, man. I just want to make that point in the scriptures. All praise Yahweh Shai. Shalom.